Alright, welcome to a very good afternoon now on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. The third edition of the day, and then already the two broadcasting there, bro, as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, and then yes, answered another third one, and bro, about being common in terms of the analysis, all the things that have been going on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. There are lots of things that about share going on. Especially when it comes down to issues of transfers, and the fact that Chelsea for them almost statement signing, Chelsea statement signing, up for grabs. You really sound common on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. But just before we go into it, let's start with a lot of them commodity from other places. This morning, I was telling you that Manchester United force when it comes to the replacement of our brand here friend Bruno Fernandes. When it comes to say our brand here Manchester United, Al Hilal, the Saudi Pro League, our brand here friend Bruno Fernandes has turned down Al Hilal. He has decided that he's not going to move from Manchester United. He will stay at Manchester United and make sure say Obey Jumane or as part of a project going forward. Manchester United's captain wants to play at top level football in Europe. Decision made, and yeah, Al Hilal for Ebenya brand here friend Bruno Fernandes. Antonio Conte official or tonight our team friend Napoli or in terms of everything that's going on from there and the quality of play that's coming from both teams, any Italian Serie A and Antonio Conte so better. There was a centre back and Chelsea for the dinner cheaper your friend Ilya Zabani or Emma Bournemouth. No, the centre back partner for team for brand here friend Dean Hodgson, who now is with Real Madrid. Now what we are hearing and is our brand here, your friend Ilya Zabani, team friend Paris Saint-Germain have started conversations with our brand friend Ilya Zabani, and Zabani said he's going to move on and then probably go and play for Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain for sporting director our friend Luis Campos has been monitoring our brand friend Ilya Zabani, and in some monitoring, that is why they got into the point that they want to take the boy away to Paris Saint-Germain. And this is how the statement is club to club talks between PSG and then Bournemouth for Ilya Zabani have already taken place. Luis Campos managing the defender for years, now actively working to sign him. There are two more options on PSG shortlist for a new CB in case AFC Bournemouth refuse to sell. I'm doubting just because Bournemouth want to have sold a brand friend Dean Hudson, maybe it's going to be difficult for PSG for them to sell a brand friend Ilya Zabani. But honestly, a tall, combative or a very good player, and he's a player Paris Saint-Germain for an RPL. Simone Inzaghi is a coach at Al Hilal for an Air Tartano. They've pushed him with a lot of money, especially after say Inter for LUC is a Champions League final over there. Simone Inzaghi has been a subject of a lot of possibility of moving from Inter Milan to Al Hilal. But this is the breakdown of the conversation around a branch friend Simone Inzaghi. Inzaghi will earn 26 million net per season salary in the Saudi Pro League as a new Al Hilal head coach. The contract will be initially valid for 2027 up to 2027. Cesc Fabregas and Roberto De Zerbi are two main candidates to take over as Inter head coach because, of course, talks to start from today with Inter also being offered more managers. But the two main options, my branch friend Roberto De Zerbi, Simone Inzaghi, this week he will sign as a coach for Al Hilal. Obedia Jumana to Honum, Inter Milan, and he will go to team a friend Al Hilal for 2 years and scan 26 million euros. A brand here, a friend Simone Inzaghi, after trying to win the Champions League, going to the final twice and not working out, he wants to go to Saudi Arabia and go and make some good money. I mean, personally, I would have loved for Simone Inzaghi to continue Italy for 2 more seasons. But the thing is that Inter Milan for they don't spend BP Marotta money at the end. They don't spend money on teams, on top quality players. And young California at the end of good teams. A better friend, a chair be more struggle to go and play against the young boys. Simone Inzaghi is going to go to Al Hilal and he hasn't won the Champions League yet. I mean, I was thinking, say, in terms of the footballing conversation, it's important that Simone Inzaghi will get back to the top end and he will be recognized for the very good job with this Inter side. But it wasn't to happen. Simone Inzaghi will part ways. 1 Serie A title, 2 Coppa d'Italia, 3 Italian Supercoppa, 2 Champions League finals. Simeone Inzaghi would have to let go. Official. Calvin Kelleher has signed for Team Friend Brentford from Liverpool. 18 million package from Liverpool for him. Of course, it's an important player for Brentford friend Calvin Kelleher over there. They have been looking at him for a very long time. This morning I came to tell you that Chelsea, if you want to say Brentford friend Jadon Sancho moving to Chelsea permanently, air off. Now the explanation was simple. Jadon Sancho, a player, Chelsea wanted to get him on a permanent deal. But now the seeker Joe Manchester United at £300,000 per week. Oko Chelsea, all the highest paid players are Enzo Fernandez or 180. Oka, there is Cole Palmer or 140. Moses Caicedo 150. Thereabouts. With James Money at the other even 200. Omoka Cherry, a branch of Fanny Jadon Sancho on this scanner. So Otesuba 200. Chelsea for say David. You're too high. It doesn't fit in the wage structure. Just say or no, a branch a friend of Jadon Sancho can help reduce their salary on original to a very low amount, maybe 140, 130, 120, So maybe things are going to go on well for Ono Jadon Sancho. Any of the other players now, Jadon, say Ono as a player there, he's not ready. He's not ready, so betting his salary, so that's low. And Chelsea have parted ways to our branch friend Jadon Sancho. They'll pay $5 million to Manchester United for them to take him back. That's going to be the loan fee. And Kayade Chelsea for F-Ton fully there to have been 20 million for the purchase and 5 million as a loan fee. But then again, it has not happened over there. Team my friend AC Milan, what we are hearing is on the new director of football, Igli Tare, dreams of bringing a branch friend Luka Modric to the club. They want to give Luka Modric an Italian feel. If Kevin De Bruyne air Napoli there, then they want to bring in a branch friend Luka Modric or AC Milan. Italian Serie A is getting, so is these market opportunities, and a lot of the sporting directors they try to make sure they get and then bring some of the top players into the league. But as it stands now, a branch friend Luka Modric has not made up his mind yet. He is one of the names mentioned in internal talks. Modric received several proposals from different clubs all over the world, but he will sit down, do his analysis, and choose where he wants to go. He says Jadon Sancho echo back to Manchester United. He is not expected to stay for the long term. He said Manchester United will look for options to sell him, Dortmund and the other likes. Now, what the Jadon Sancho leaving Chelsea opens up, it opens up the space for Branty and Jamie beyond Gettins. Jamie by no Gettins. I've been pronouncing the name wrongly for a long time, and now somebody pointed me to it, and thank you very much, Jimmy by no Gettins. And Oshe Abrantia Feni Jadon Sancho and the agent, the same agent as Gettins. Now, Gettins also an English boy from the Man City Academy. Now, the good thing is that Chelsea for the GD said if Jadon Sancho is out of the conversation, then they can fully attack Jimmy Bino Gettins. Now, the difference is that Chelsea want a lot of goals from the wings. More goals. And more with that Chelsea are already in conversation for Brian Cheffen Hugo Kitiki, who is a dynamic forward. Obetima was a straight centre forward. Obetima was a dynamic centre forward from the left-hand side. Chelsea need him whilst they're still leaving Nicolas Jackson because Brian Cheffen Hugo Kitiki on the normal out-and-out centre forward. Chelsea can even use him from outward on the left-hand side and he will give you goals. And it's the same for Brian Cheffen Nicolas Jackson when he's playing on the centre forward. Then it's a original congested area more to deal with the balls that comes there, no control ball and kakra. Then it's going to be Abrantia, your friend, Abrantia friend, Liam Delap on obey the main number 9, original boxing, uses aerial ability in this animal. Something that's very important. That's what Chelsea for wants Delap, but also wants a dynamic forward in Abrantia, your friend Hugo Ekitiki. But Chelsea for also wants a left winger. And once there is Abrantia friend Jadon Sancho Ofi club, it opens up the conversation to the possibility of getting a left winger. And he said Abrantia friend Jimmy Bino Gettins. Now the good thing about Jimmy Gettins, and he said in Europe, left wingers Nipo mu bought me on shot parania. The last time I explained for you, or Katini Penoko Boshot or a direct Unyabona and Yafi no better chimbe like Sancho and I like Sancho. I'm very happy with what Sancho gave Chelsea Football Club. But Jimmy Gettins is more direct than a branch of Jadon Sancho. So Chelsea for said once Jadon Sancho every club they will go back and then go and have conversations with Dortmund for in a bid to bring in Abrantia, your friend, Abrantia, your friend, Gettins to come back into the team. Not Chelsea for act on. Once Chelsea gets Abrantia, friend, Gettins, they have gotten their man. They have gotten their man. And when he won, Obitimel goes in a boom, and the Ama Chelsea Football Club over there. Chelsea really need left wing Obitimel goals, left winger Obitimel consistent goals in every game. They are on the part of Manchester United still. The conversation around Abrantia friend Rasmus Højlund. Understand Inter Milan for them make key contact with Rasmus Højlund come in recent days and started talks with a Danish striker. As exclusively received 2 days ago, Højlund is one of the main options for Inter shortlist with Palmer's Bonny and Move and more. Of course, also beats Rasmus Højlund. He has played in the Italian Serie A before, so Italy teams know anymore. And what we are hearing is a Beppe Marotta. The entourage now could come about Abrantia friend Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United already are bringing in Abrantia friend Wayne Mbeumo, and then they're also bringing in Abrantia your friend Matthias Cunha. It means that there's going to be space for some players to be sold, and one of them may be Abrantia friend Rasmus Højlund. This morning, the breaking news came, and the breaking news was that Chelsea have closed in on Abrantia your friend Mike Maignan. Mike Maignan. That's exactly how the name is pronounced. Mike Maignan. In English, we have Mike Magnan, but it's Mike Maignan. And Maignan, a 29-year-old French goalkeeper. Emma River said Maignan rose to the spotlight when he won the French League 2 or 3 seasons or so ago. French League 1 with Rennes. And Orini is our French League 1 at the time. Once he won the French League at the time, AC Milan for Ebabefano. Especially at the time where Abrantia friend Gianluigi Donnarumma, if you want to call Paris Saint-Germain. Now, immediately Mike Maignan came to Italy. Everybody saw the quality of Mike Maignan, ball playing goalkeeper, shot stopping, or commanding the back line, aerial claims. This animal, he's a very, very good player in that regard. Mike Maignan did 29 years. Now, I can't 1 year on a contract, so that is one of the main reasons why Chelsea wants him. It is what we describe as the market opportunity. Chelsea for who they say on the market in terms of goalkeepers. Yes, okay, Robert Sanchez any mistakes Kaka leading to go. Georgi Petrovic, yes, he had a good time. Or Strasbourg, but maybe Strasbourg level no any Chelsea level and as a Premier League level no. Into all the Strasbourg, all the Georgi Petrovic ever been number 1 goalkeeper of Chelsea. ABN are making mistake. Into how are you going to reconcile all those things? What do you want to do? What we are hearing is that Chelsea for most likely will sell a branch friend Robert Sanchez. Georgi Petrovic goes to Strasbourg. Then the second choice goalkeeper at Chelsea, Philippe Jorgensen, because a branch friend Mike Maignan, like I told you in board area doors when we claim when we short stop in Kakra. And again, I kind of 1 year on the contract. So what it means is that Chelsea won't pay too much. Don't pay an exorbitant price. And board Dimbia for a branch friend Mike Maignan. A normal scar. I don't wait here for Mike Maignan. Yes, can get 50 million. There be 30 million. And I Chelsea for a better branch friend Mike Maignan. And I mean because the market opportunity and AC Milan for Inter Milan qualifying for Champions League, and Chelsea can give a branch friend Mike Maignan the number 1 goalkeeper for the French national team Champions League football international. And then they spoke to him, and this was the news. Chelsea approached AC Milan to sign Mike Maignan as goalkeeper. Mike Maignan has still not signed a new contract at the club, and Chelsea are now aware of the situation. And immediately Chelsea realizes and a branch friend Mike Maignan ever signed a contract extension. Our team friend AC Milan, they knew say a big opportunity for them. He's always been high on Chelsea's list, and now they want to move in and then bring Mike Maignan to Stamford Bridge. And there has been an update on Mike Maignan just a couple of minutes away from now. Latest on a brand here, Mike Maignan. Say Mike Maignan to Chelsea exclusive story. Understand contacts have started with Enzo Maresca appreciating the French goalkeeper as ideal option for his tactical approach. Chelsea are on it, and the manager has approved. Enzo Maresca finally has approved a branch friend of Mike Maignan. Tiano Pano, Chelsea contact AC Milan. On catching the guy. You have to goalkeeper no crown. On person signing the contract extension. No, we are kind of 1 year the contract. So the man she near next kind of question. Interior or Kakrebi, the member of Mofan Mine near Juma Kama. Mokrani Rija Felix Ma, we are Jimus Kabia, into Mumia near Juma. Almost started some commodity no Pananche. Anyway, we are Chelsea, any call back to Enzo Maresca catching Charlie. Any opportunity with Mike Maignan or your experience, whether 29 or a good goalkeeper, betting your ball style of play no. Into your fanamba, Nanka Yempe Robert Sanchez, Yempe Bifa Robert Sanchez in court. Yemfa Mike Mignon from Mambeshaw. And I feel here, Enzo Maisikacho says straight up, Omunko for Mike Mignon, bra, no Mike Mignon, and Mambesha Chelsea team, and yeah, Chelsea assistants now, Juma to finalize the deal for our branch friend Mike Mignon, Senebea, Obetima Bay Jumano, and because Chelsea really want next season, we share the number of mistakes Robert Sanchez here leading to goal. Yes, he's a very good goalkeeper, but again, just like Nicholas Jackson, and the reliability level of form, you can't really rely on Ambrantia, your friend Robert Sanchez or Honman Chelsea for not getting the job done. Chelsea are leading the race for Mike Mignon. We contacted AC Milan proceeding quickly. The Rossoneri are already evaluating several alternatives. Sky Sports for Sire cover. As Chelsea are in talks with Mike Mignon, and I believe there is a very good chance the deal is going to happen over there for them in terms of what Mike Mignon can do, the quality that he brings into the team, and how Mike Mignon can be a very good goalkeeper to Chelsea for them. It's a very good one for them. Chelsea have learned that doing a deal with Mike Mignon is a possibility because the goalkeeper would be interested to move to Stamford Bridge, and of course, when options and opportunity one of there, then definitely they are going to kick it. Osimhen should be open to making some sacrifices on his next move. JJ Okuta over there talking about the fact that he should be able to make some sacrifices. JJ Okuta and Ekache, a branch friend of Michael's, branch friend of Victor Osimhen said, Otiasie, the wage demands money at the adeno, but on making sacrifices kakra. Want it is cancel. Now on because money is good, but then also the prestige and the longevity of a born and JJ made the same mistake as Osimhen is making today. He can offer sound advice. Why chase the bag at 25? If Okocha sacrificed PSG contract on time, he would have made it big in the Premier League for years. But instead, he ran it down, and then time caught up with him in England, and he couldn't come there to go and do the job. So I think that as it stands now, it's important. Sabrante for Victor Osimhen. I think that he also should cut some. Make some truce now on finding ways of beating about Victor Osimhen. As it stands now, Chelsea plan on Victor Osimhen closing down on a branch friend Mike Mignon. Things that I told you we could see a narrow left winger split striker role next season at Chelsea with Ekitike and Pedro Neto. I don't believe he wants that profile to lead our line. Yeah, I don't think so. Ekitike essentially will lead Chelsea's line because you already have one in Nicholas Jackson. It makes more sense now to split, and that's why I'm probably Matloy kind of said the main striker, Delap and Nicholas Jackson, will be the two main strikers that we need one to compete as out and out strikers options. And Ekitike, on the other hand, versatile forward, providing further option from the deep wide areas now on the left hand side. Very important over there. Chelsea for them want to make sure everything will be fine. Chelsea this season, and don't be any what's the name? Any preseason via whatever thing that they do at the Club World Cup, maybe on preseason, and they will come back to come and work. And talking about the Club World Cup, a lot of teams have been talking about it. Real Madrid plan to make an attempt to sign Franco Mastantuono from Argentina. The deal with PSG is not yet done, and Madrid for one year they'll step in to see if they can buy the Argentine midfielder Babashin Fiifi-Manfred control ball at the Amon. I want to know what the dynamics of the Argentine national team will be if Franco Mastantuono moves to team at your friend Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham has been talking about it. Club World Cup. The Club World Cup a trophy is important. You are competing against other 31 best teams in the world who have come this far on their own merit. That's why, in my opinion, this tournament has great value. It's something I want to be able to see I won. That is what Club World Cup on beside Dani Carvajal about it. I say it's new Super World Championship, as its name says. The best teams in the world compete, and I think that both the club are very excited. Mix different types of football, different leagues, continents, makes it very special. We'll see if Madrid for a bit near winning. The Club World Cup now, push up some winner. We'll see if things can go on well for team my friend FC Real Madrid. On the part of Barcelona, still the conversation is in and around the possibility of signing a brand for Luis Diaz Al Nassr are pushing to get him in. Luis Diaz is working hard in hand with Barca to secure a move. It's clear that if Barcelona sign him, it's be considerably less than 80 million. Luis Diaz never won the Liverpool for will not give him out for chips. Luis Diaz is prioritizing the move to Barca. In fact, he's already making moves through his agent. He doesn't want to renew on Liverpool and hear of any huge offer from Saudi Arabia because he's waiting for Barcelona. Of course, it looks as if Brantia, your friend, Luis Diaz episode in Barcelona. Ter Stegen deserves respect after 10 years at Barcelona, during which he performed exceptionally well in most seasons. Suddenly seems as if the club no longer considers him good enough. For me, I think so too. I mean, looking at how well Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has served Barcelona, it will be very, very harsh. Very, very harsh. So it's true that the situation is difficult because Ter Stegen is the captain and has been with the team for many years. But with Juan Garcia, Barcelona is improving the goalkeeping position in the team over there. I mean, I think one thing that people have to understand is that football with players are ruthless. That's why when Obi said Trent Alexander-Arnold wakes up one morning and says that he wants to leave a club because he's also chasing his dream, you don't have to fault him. Because football class will move on from you. You don't care. I mean, it's about business decision for them. Just like every other corporate area. I mean, at the end of the day, I say it several times, if the companies I work with wake up one day and they feel like this guy is not good enough, they will move on from you. They'll find the next possible young guy that can come and do the job. So it's either you are good and how good you are keeps you your job. It's as simple as that. And that's the story of our branch friend Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And it looks as if said he may leave there. Like our Marc Cucurella echo pre-match press conference in Spain. So few people expected this Barcelona performance. They made us enjoy and they deserve to reach the Champions League final. Sometimes football is unfair, but they have a bright future. However, they'll say the race for the Ballon d'Or is very close. Lamin's chances are slightly affected by not participating in the Champions League final, especially with Paris winning the tournament. But for me, he's a strong candidate, and we see what happens over there. Honestly, it's very difficult to defend Lamine Yamal in training, and the worst thing is that the coach often puts him against me. My first thought is not to hurt him, but stopping him is very difficult because he has a lot of skills, and you can never predict what he will do over there for Lamine Yamal. That is what a branch friend Marco Creaco. So the best player of the season has been Lamine Yamal by far, not because he's Spanish, but because he has been the most complete from September to June, counting on all the competitions now. That's what they are saying. Guys, this is where we draw the curtain on Fiifi-Manfred. We're back with some more.